Hello dear students, as we have been reading the chapter number 3rd in the syllabus of class 11, Discovering Tut. So we will continue with page number 25, paragraph number 2nd on this page. As I have told you that this description is about Tutankhamun, who was the king or pharaoh of Egypt in ancient times, and he was a very powerful king. He belonged to a royal family, a powerful family which ruled for centuries, and he died 3,300 years ago. But his life and his death became a mystery for the people of this modern world because he died at teenage. Even he was a powerful king, but he died at teenage. So people want to know about the mystery of his death. How did he die? What was the age of him when he died? Etc. So that's why King Tut, as we widely know him with the name of King Tut. So King Tut had to go through, had to face scrutiny, had to face many researches. So that's why in 1922 he was discovered by Howard Carter, who was a British archaeologist. Then in 1968 an anatomy professor discovered him and scanned him. On 5th January 2005 its mummy was CT scanned, and it was the first mummy to be scanned. That's why it became the most popular mummy in the world, because earlier in ancient times in Egypt the dead body of kings were mummified. Now paragraph number 2nd on page number 25. You have read about Howard Carter earlier, that he had to face many problems when he wanted to record King Tut's mummy, and as he had to chisel the body parts away from beneath the limbs and trunk before it was possible to raise to reach king's remains. ऐसा हावर्ड कार्टर ने कहा है कि उसको छेनी से उस किंग के जो पार्ट्स थे वो अलग करने पड़े. In his defense, Carter really had little choice. If he hadn't cut the mummy free, thieves most certainly would have circumvented the guards and ripped it apart to remove the gold. So in his defense, Carter had little choice. उसके पास बहुत कम चारा बचा था और कोई चॉइस नहीं बची थी. अगर वो मम्मी को कट करके फ्री ना करता, बॉडीज के जो पार्ट्स थे उनको उन डेकोरेटेड आइटम से, उन गोल्ड आइटम से अलग ना करता, then thieves most certainly would have circumvented means cheated. Then thieves would come there and they would cheat the guards who were posted there in the tomb of King Tut and ripped it apart to remove the gold, and they would pull it apart to remove the gold. गोल्ड अलग करने के लिए वो इसको चीर फाड़ देते मम्मी को. In Tut's time, the royals were fabulously wealthy. किंग टट के टाइम में जो रॉयल पीपल थे वो बहुत ही अद्भुत रूप से अमीर थे. And they thought or hoped they could take the riches with them. And as I have told you earlier, that it was the belief of the people in Egypt earlier, in ancient times, that they could use the riches with them after life also, for his journey to the great beyond. और इसीलिए किंग टट की जो जर्नी थी आगे, जो बड़ी जर्नी जो होनी थी आफ्टर डेथ, किंग टट वॉज लेविश्ड विद ग्लिटरिंग गुड्स. दैट्स वाई ही वॉज लेविश्ड विद ग्लिटरिंग गुड्स. चमकीली चीज़ों के साथ उनको लाद दिया गया. एंड these things were precious collars, गले के हार, इनलेड नेकलेस, डेकोरेटेड नेकलेस, ब्रेसलेट्स, रिंग्स, एम्यूलेट्स, ताबीज होता है, सेरेमोनियल एप्रन, सेरेमनी पे जो एप्रन पहनते हैं, कपड़े पहनते हैं, सैंडल्स, शेड्स फॉर हिज फिंगर्स एंड टॉज, उसकी उंगलियों के लिए, पैर के अंगूठों के लिए मयान, and the now iconic inner coffin and mask, and the very attractive decorative mask and inner coffin, उसका जो अंदर का जो ताबूत था जिसमें वो मम्मीफाइड किया गया था, और उसके चेहरे का मुखौटा. These sort of masks were worn by ancient kings whenever they used to go to war, etc. Have you seen it? All of pure gold, and these things were made of pure gold. To separate Tut from his adornments, Carter's men removed the mummy's head and severed nearly every major joint. Adornments, decorative items. To separate King Tut's body with those adornments, कार्टर्स मैन, कार्टर के जो लोग थे, उन्होंने उनको किंग टट की जो डेड बॉडी थी, जो मम्मी थी, उसको डेकोरेटिव आइटम से अलग करने के लिए ही हैड टू कट द हेड एंड सीवियर्ड नियरली एवरी मेजर जॉइंट, और गंभीरता से उसको मेजर जॉइंट से वो भी अलग करने पड़े, सिर भी अलग करना पड़ा. Once they had finished, they reassembled the remains on a layer of sand in a wooden box. After completing the recording, they reassembled the remains. उन्होंने वापस जो reassemble कर दिया, जोड़ दिया, assemble कर दिया. The remains, जो भी किंग के अवशेष थे, on a layer of sand. कहाँ पर? एक लेयर बिछाई सैंड की, और उस पे, और ये लेयर किस में थी? एक वुडन बॉक्स में लगाई, बिछाई गई. With padding that concealed the damage, and he filled the joints where there was any damage that was concealed with padding. तो जो भी नुकसान हुआ था, क्योंकि हड्डियां कटने के बाद वैसी नहीं रहती जैसी पहले थी, तो जो गैप्स थे उनको भरने के लिए पैड्स यूज किए, गद्दियां, फोम भर दिया उसमें. The bed where Tut now rests, and this is the bed, the wooden box where there is a layer of sand, where the remains of King Tut are assembled. This is the bed where Tut now rests. अब ये बेड है जहाँ पर Tut रेस्ट करता है. पहले वो गोल्डन कफिन था, but now it is the wooden box. It was about King Tut, how he was laden with gold and how he was buried, etc. Now the next point is archaeology. The chapter is about archaeology and how does it work, etc. So archaeology has changed substantially in the intervening decades. Substantially, very much intervening, about to come. सो आर्कियोलॉजी काफ़ी बदल गई है, बहुत बदल गई है इन हाल ही में जो अब दशक आए हैं उनमें, कुछ सालों में. फोकसिंग लेस ऑन ट्रेजर एंड मोर ऑन द फैसिनेटिंग डिटेल्स ऑफ लाइफ एंड इंटरव्यूइंग मिस्ट्रीज ऑफ डेथ, इंटरव्यूइंग चैलेंजिंग. अर्लियर पीपल फोकस्ड ऑन ट्रेजर, किस किंग के साथ कितना खजाना दफन किया गया, कौन राजा कितना अमीर था, उसके पास कितना पैसा था. बट नाउ पीपल आर इंटरेस्टेड अबाउट द मिस्ट्रीज ऑफ लाइफ, द डिटेल्स ऑफ लाइफ विच अट्रैक्ट देम, एंड इंटरव्यूइंग द चैलेंजिंग मिस्ट्रीज ऑफ डेथ. पीपल फोकस ऑन दैट एंड पीपल इवन they spend money on that. It also uses more sophisticated tools. Now archaeology has changed very much. Now many sophisticated विशिष्ट प्रकार के tools यूज किए जाते हैं आर्कियोलॉजी में. मेडिकल टेक्नोलॉजी भी जिसमें आ गई है, लैब्स में टेस्ट किए जाते हैं, रिसर्च की जाती है, तो उससे सब पता लग जाता है किस पर्सन की डेथ कब हुई, किस वजह से हुई, एटसेट्रा. So medical technology is also included. In 1968, more than 40 years after Carter's discovery, an anatomy professor x-rayed the mummy and revealed a startling fact. I told you earlier, after 1922, he was again recorded by an anatomy professor in 1968. So that point comes here. In 1968, more than 40 years after Carter's discovery, कार्टर की डिस्कवरी के करीब 40 साल के बाद, इन 1968, एन एनाटॉमी प्रोफेसर, एक जीव विज्ञान के प्रोफेसर ने मम्मी को एक्सरे किया था. इट वॉज जस्ट एन एक्सरे, बट इन 2005 इट वॉज सीटी स्कैन. सीटी स्कैन इज द कंप्लीट स्कैन ऑफ द बॉडी, बट एक्सरे कुछ पार्ट्स का किया गया होगा. एंड रिवील्ड अ स्टार्टलिंग फैक्ट, एंड ही रिवील्ड अ वेरी स्टार्टलिंग वंडरिंग फैक्ट. अचंभित करने वाला उसने एक फैक्ट रिवील किया. Beneath the resin that cakes his chest, his breastbone and front ribs are missing. Beneath the resin, that liquid in which the mummy was mummified, that cakes his chest, that covers his chest. तो वो लिक्विड, वो चिकना पदार्थ जो उसकी छाती को, ब्रेस्टबोन को और फ्रंट रिब्स को, सामने की पसलियों को कवर कर रहा था, वो पूरा पार्ट मिसिंग था. If it was missing, that is, there could be a possibility that he was murdered in a war, he was harmed physically. Otherwise, his death was natural, it was considered. But if these parts were missing, then there was a possibility that he died in a war, जहाँ पे मार काट हुई हो, कुछ ऐसा हुआ उसके साथ. So the whole detail is changed. So that's why his fact was startling. Today, diagnostic imaging can be done with computed tomography, CT scan. Today, diagnostic imaging, आज जो diagonal जो images ली जाती हैं, can be done with, और ये कैसे की जा सकती है, computed tomography से diagnostic imaging हो सकती है. और काम कैसे करती है? By which hundreds of X-rays in cross section are put together like slices of bread to create a three-dimensional virtual body. Actually, hundreds of X-rays in cross section are put together. They are captured together, and they are in parts like slices of bread. And when they combine, you have seen the pixels on your computer screen. Whenever there is a picture, you can divide them into pixels. So many X-rays in cross section are put together like slices of bread, and they all rays, when they are put together, they create a 3D image of virtual body. 3D image, 3D virtual body, virtual which seems original but not original. बनावटी लेकिन लगे ऐसा जो सही हो, मतलब ओरिजिनल जैसा लगे, ऐसी इमेज. टुडे वी कैन सी दैट एनिमेशन जो होता है, एनिमेशन इज प्रेजेंट्स 3D व्यूज. What more would a CT scan reveal after than the X-ray? So his body was X-rayed, but more than X-ray, what would CT scan reveal? और क्या क्या कर सकता है CT स्कैन, स्कैनिंग के अलावा? क्या वो इन क्वेश्चंस का आंसर दे पाएगा जो उसके बारे में उठ रहे हैं कि वो कैसे मरा, एटसेट्रा? Could it answer two of the biggest questions still lingering about him, which are not confirmed? How did he die? The first question is, how did he die? And the second one, how old was he at the time of his death? These two questions are very big about him. But at least CT scan helps to reveal these facts. Still researches are going on, because that's why the saga is continuing. The name of the chapter is Discovering Tut. The saga continues. King Tut's demise was a big event. Now we go to ancient Egypt. Actually, what would happen at that time, as it is considered? किंग टट की जो डेथ थी वो एक बहुत बड़ी इवेंट थी. वाई? Why was King Tut's death a big event? Because he was a powerful king. His family ruled for centuries, but he died at a teenage. So what was the reason? And as he was the last heir of his family line, so after him, the whole chain of his family, the line of his family would come to an end. खानदानी उनका नहीं है उसके बाद, तो इसलिए बहुत बड़ी इवेंट थी. Even by royal standards, he was the last of his family's line. अपनी family line का वो अंतिम था. And his funeral was the death rattle of a dynasty. That's why his funeral, उसकी जो विदाई थी, वो एक डेथ रेटल था डिनेस्टी पर. डिनेस्टी उसके साम्राज्य पर एक शोर था, शोर मच गया था जब वो मरा. रेटल साउंड, मेटलिक जो साउंड होता है रेटल, यहाँ पर शोर है, नॉइस. But the particulars of his passing away and its aftermath are unclear. But still the special points about his death and its aftermath and what happened after that are unclear. These facts are still unclear about him. Now the next paragraph is about his forefathers. This paragraph is very important. Sometimes there is a question of 6 marks regarding this. So understand it carefully. Now I'm going to tell you about the forefathers of King Tut. Before him, there was Amenhotep III as King Charlie first, second, third, fourth, Samudragupta I, second, Chandragupta I, second, etc. So Amenhotep III, name is not mentioned, but he was famous by the name Amenhotep because of his family line. Tut's father or grandfather. It is not clear whether Amenhotep was Tut's father or grandfather. We can consider either he was the father of King Tut or grandfather. Was a powerful pharaoh. So Amenhotep III was a powerful king and he was King Tut's father or grandfather. He ruled for almost 4 decades at the height of the 18th dynasty's golden age. और उसके साम्राज्य की 18वां जो साम्राज्य था, 18वां जो लाइन थी, इसमें उसने करीब 4 डिकेड यानी कि 4 दशक तक रूल किया. और इट वाज द गोल्डन एज ऑफ देयर फैमिलीज रूल. His son Amenhotep IV succeeded him. After Amenhotep III, Amenhotep IV succeeded him. He took the throne and initiated one of the strangest period in the history of Egypt. Amenhotep III's time period was the golden age, but Amenhotep IV's period is considered the strangest period in the history of Egypt. Why his rule, why his dynasty period was considered the strangest period? There are some reasons behind this, so try to understand those reasons. Come to the next page. Page number 26. Let me adjust it. The new pharaoh promoted the worship of the Aten. New pharaoh is Amenhotep IV. The new king promoted the worship of god Aten. Actually, he promoted the worship of god Aten. The sun disk changed his name to Akhenaten or servant of the Aten and moved the religious capital from the old city of Thebes to the new city of Akhenaten, known now as Amarna. This new king Amenhotep IV, इसने क्या किया? एटन गॉड की पूजा पर बल दिया. Earlier the major god was considered god Amun by the people, but he promoted the worship of god Aten, not Amun, which meant the sun disk, जिसका मतलब है सूर्य का अंश. and he also changed his name, whatever his name was, but he was famous by the name Amenhotep IV. So he's changed his name to Akhenaten, whatever his name was, but he changed his name to Akhenaten, in which Aten is there, as he wanted to prove that he was promoting the worship of god Aten. So he changed his name to Akhenaten. That means servant of Aten. So he considered himself servant of Aten. Got it? So he wanted to worship god Aten. Earlier people were worshipping god Amun. Second point was about him, that he moved the religious capital from the old city of Thebes to the new city of Akhenaten. Second thing what he had done was he changed the old city of Thebes to new city of Akhenaten, जिसको आज हम किस नाम से जानते हैं? अमरना के नाम से. Capital, he changed the religious capital, which was the old city of Thebes. Then he changed it to new city of Akhenaten. This was the second change. He further shocked the country by attacking god Ammon, a major god. Earlier the major god was god Amun, so he didn't want to worship god Amun, he wanted to worship god Aten. So he attacked Amun by smashing his images, अब उसकी मूर्तियां तोड़वाकर, and closing his temple. He closed the temples of god Amun. Amun was the major god till then, but then he started worshipping god Aten and he forced people to worship god Aten. It must have been a horrific time, said Ray Johnson, director of the University of Chicago's Research Center in Luxor, the site of ancient Thebes. Ray Johnson, who is the director of the University of Chicago's Research Center in Luxor, लक्सर में शिकागो का जो रिसर्च सेंटर है, यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ शिकागो का जो रिसर्च सेंटर है, वहाँ के डायरेक्टर जिसका नाम रे जॉनसन है, उन्होंने अब प्रेजेंट में ये स्टेटमेंट अमेनहोटेप IV के बारे में दी है कि ये ज़रूर हॉरिफिक टाइम रहा होगा जब उसने ये चेंजेस किए होंगे. इट मस्ट बी अ हॉरिफिक टाइम, टेरिबल टाइम. व्हाई? बिकॉज ही फोर्स्ड पीपल, he made some changes which were not accepted by people, so he forced people to do so. The family that had ruled for centuries was coming to an end. The site of ancient Thebes, जो राजधानी थी पहले थेब्स, जो कि उसने बदल दी थी, न्यू सिटी ऑफ अकेटेटन कर दी थी, उस सिटी का, उस कैपिटल का जो दृश्य होगा उस टाइम पर बड़ा अद्भुत होगा, बड़ा भयानक रहा होगा. बिकॉज ही मेड सर्टेन चेंजेस सडनली. And there was a reason. The family that had ruled for centuries, that family which had ruled for centuries, a powerful family, that was coming to an end. Because after that, even he was considered the Amenhotep III is considered the father or grandfather of King Tut. So maybe Amenhotep IV was the brother or maybe his uncle. So and after King Tut, the family came to an end. So that family which ruled for centuries was coming to an end. And then Akhenaten went a little wacky. एक तो वो परिवार, वो जो फैमिली था, वो खानदान था, वो जिसने इतने सालों तक शासन किया, इतने सेंचुरीज तक, उसका अंत होने वाला हो रहा था. उसके बाद टटनखामून ही आया होंगे. बीच में एक रूलर और आए थे, समेन ककरे. आई विल टेल यू अबाउट हिम ऑल्सो. And after that King Tut took the throne. And Akhenaten, he went a little wacky. Wacky means mad. And Akhenaten, that means Amenhotep III, because he changed his name Akhenaten as he wanted to worship god Aten. Akhenaten he went a little wacky. He became mad. That's why he made certain changes and people became against him. So this was about King Tut's forefathers. There are some facts also about his forefathers. We will read it in the next paragraph. So we'll continue in the next video. Thank you.